I wish I could make this up. I haven't even made it to my hair appointment. I didn't even say, first of all, hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm currently in traffic, so much to the point that the fastest speed that I've gone down this entire mountain has been 15 miles per hour. Yep, that's it. That's all. And you should see my trunk. Like the back, y'all can see part of it, but it's much worse than what you can see. And I had a hair appointment at 8:15. It is 8:33. Will not be making it there on time. I'm trying to enjoy the moment, just be like, you know what, like it's okay, like that lets me know I don't need to be in a rush for anything. But this is like, I could put the car in park and I would get the same results. Like, we're not moving. And I was originally gonna go down the other mountain, but that one I could tell was getting super backed up. And I was like, okay, no problem. Usually that one's backed up. This one's not gonna be, right? Wrong. I get up here, it's just as bad. As y'all can see, my hair is done. This one's a little bit like ringlety. It's fine, but it looks so good. It's very voluminous. Now I have to head to Madison to meet my dad because the tag light, I honestly don't know what it's called. It's the light that like lights up my tag. So my tag light. One of them is out, so I have to go meet him so that he can replace it. Pray that y'all can't hear my upstairs neighbor. But I'm back from grocery shopping. It was actually super quick. Went to the neighborhood Walmart, and surprisingly, they were very well stocked. Super peaceful experience. There were a lot of people there, but it wasn't loud. And I went to Winn-Dixie to get ground beef and steak, but they were way too overpriced and not the price I was trying to pay. So and then I went to Piggly Wiggly and it was much, much cheaper. I went and picked up Chipotle, which is what I'm about to eat. As y'all can see, my room still looks a mess. Haven't done anything other than grocery shopping. Have not undone my room at all. But Chipotle was out of vinaigrette. So I'm gonna be eating a rather bland bowl, but she's pretty well loaded. It's probably not gonna focus on this, but first bite. So good. Good morning. It is the next day. It is Wednesday, aka the first day of class. Let me start off by saying last night I got some real good sleep. I feel like I haven't slept that good in months. Like, such good sleep. But I'm wearing a super laid back outfit. I actually wanted to be like kind of cute today, but it's 33 degrees outside. So I got this white sweater that is from Aerie. We just came out with it and it's really long too, and it's actually like kind of thicker. And then I'm wearing some flares and then my red Uggs. And then I have a white Alabama beanie with the script A on it. Because like I said, it's really cold. So I'm just trying to be comfortable, which I got good news this morning. One of my classes tomorrow is already canceled. However, it does kind of suck now because today and tomorrow I have a 3-hour gap between my classes. And it's a leave and then go back to campus, but I can't guarantee I'll have a parking spot when I come back. I have a class today from 9 to 9:50, and then my next class is 1 to 1:50, and I might have a lab. I highly doubt it because it's the first day of class, and typically you don't have labs the first week of class, but teachers are different. And tomorrow I have a class from 9:30 to I think 10, maybe. I think it's an hour and a half long class. And then my next class is from 2 to 3:50 or 3:30. I made some homemade chai, so that's what I've been sipping on. I'm actually about to film a TikTok Get Ready With Me, so I'll just add it in the video like I did in the last one. So good morning. Right now I'm getting ready for the first day of school. Yesterday I made it back to Tuscaloosa around like 2 o'clock. Let me tell y'all, I had no intentions of coming back as late as I did, but there was a lot of issues and turmoil that I encountered on the way back home. I got my hair done yesterday morning. I know it doesn't look like I got my hair done, but I promise you I did. After that, I met my dad in Madison so we could try and put air in my tires for Scarlett. If you don't know who Scarlett is, she's my scooter. So my back tire was extremely flat, and I know exactly why I was extremely flat. That's neither here nor there. So we went to 3 different tire places, none of which could put air in my tire because they didn't have like a small enough head to hook onto my scooter. So I was like, okay, great. I'll just have to figure it out when I get back to Tuscaloosa. But my mom called my uncle, who's like good with these kinds of things, and I met him. He lives in Birmingham. So I met him in Birmingham at a Lowe's, and basically he made the piece, and he drives an 18-wheeler. And I did not know that 18-wheelers produce air, but they do. So he made this little piece that would hook onto my scooter, and from his truck, he had a little thing, hooked it up to my scooter, and was able to put air in the tires. So luckily, Scarlett is good to go. And he also made that piece so that whenever I go to a tire place, I can just tell them, hey, use this, and then they'll be able to do it. Then once I made it back to Tuscaloosa, I had to unpack my car. Why am I a girl and have that much stuff? Like, I kid you not, I think I have 10 bags, give or take, or 10 different things that I needed to bring up. It was a lot. Unpacked my car, didn't even unpack the stuff, and immediately left to go grocery shopping. And I went to Aldi's, right? Y'all are hyping Aldi's up. Maybe because mine was like super picked through because I live in a college town. I was not impressed, but I went in there and they literally didn't have anything. But because I spent my 25 cents to have a cart, I was like, okay, I'm leaving here with something. So I got milk, juice, and bread. Because I'm wearing a beanie today, I'm not going to wear like any foundation or skin tint or anything, just concealer and powder. While I was at home, I left a pretty good bit of my makeup here, so I'm kind of seeing what I have. And last night I even went through and decluttered it. But I have so many concealers that I forgot about. So I've been using the House Labs one, but we're going to pick back up the e.l.f. one because I haven't used her in a minute. I'm really happy to know that in 2 of my classes, I for sure have people that I know. Because last semester I took CS 100 and you have to take CS 101, yada, 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 keep going. So one guy that I met in the CS 100 class, he has CS 101 and we have the same section. And then in my math class, which is discrete mathematics, a guy that was in my CS 101 class, he's taking it also. So him and I will be in the same class. So I know at least one person going into 2 of my classes. I'm also taking geology this semester, which this is like a pretty, like anybody can be in this class. It's not major specific. So I'm really hoping that I meet people outside of my major and that are different, because it seems like with the exception of my math class last semester and my like UH class, my honors class, everyone was like a computer science major. And I don't know, I just want to meet other people, different majors, different walks of life. Like, we're such a diverse school, but I felt like I got stuck with computer science majors. Not hating on them though, because I'm a computer science major myself, but I want to meet and interact with different people. Now, I've talked about me doing the 12-8 fasting, so I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I'll more than likely eat lunch on campus, but I haven't decided if I'm just going to wait until after my class to eat, after my second class, or eat in between. Because like I said, I do have a 3-hour gap, but I just don't know what I want to do with those 3 hours. I know for a fact that today I'm probably not going to meet that many people outside of my major, because the 2 classes that I have are for, one is I think like strictly computer science majors, and then the other one is for electrical and computer engineering, which I don't know why I have to take that class, because I'm technically not a computer engineering major. I'm computer science, but I have to take that class. It does feel good to be back in Tuscaloosa and just like in the swing of things, getting a routine. I won't have like a real set routine probably until like the next 2 weeks, because this week is a short week. We only have class Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then next week we only have class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we don't have a Monday class. And then the week after that will be our first full week, which interestingly enough, that's how it's fallen. That's how it fell last semester too, was we had class Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And for some odd reason, I think it was a holiday, we were off Monday of the second week. I thought when I unpacked last night, I unpacked all of my makeup brushes, and I didn't. So I had to grab those. Schedule this semester, I feel like it's so flip-flop and like not as consistent as last one. Like, it is consistent as I get into it, but my classes and my labs, I feel like the 2 labs is really what's throwing me off, is the fact that I have to remember where those labs are, and that I don't meet at that class every day. But some of them, it's like we're in the same building, just in a different room. I feel like for everybody, there's always a good book semester and a bad book semester. And what I mean by that is, one semester, you barely have to buy any books, or you can just get it from somebody for free. Like, you hardly pay anything for that. And then there's semesters where you have to have a book for every single class, and you will use the book or the software in every single class. And I feel like that is how it is for me right now. In every one of my classes, I have to buy some sort of textbook or software. And I have 5 classes. I am now all done getting ready. I hope everyone has a good first day back and a good spring semester. It is 10:12 and I'm already back at the apartment. But hear me out. My next class isn't until 1 o'clock, and my first class that I had was at 9. It was supposed to be at 9 to 9:50, but we got finished at 9:30, and he was like, well, there's nothing else for me to talk about, like, you guys can go. So I would have been on campus doing nothing basically for 3 hours, because I'm doing my whole 12-8 fasting. I can't eat, do all that fun stuff. I can't go to Starbucks because I'm fasting that. So I was like, you know what, let me just leave. And I did have a pickup order from Target for some sponges because I like to use like it's like a sponge thing. I don't know. You put soap in it and whenever you do your dishes, it makes it easier. So I went and picked that up. And afterwards I was like, oh, like let me just shop around a little bit. I have time to kill. Also fasting, dumb purchases, i.e. clothes that I don't need, makeup I don't need, shoes I don't need. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just go back to the apartment. So I'll probably leave around 12 and then head on campus. We'll see, but I also can't really do much because 2 of my classes have not uploaded their syllabi. One of them I do have to buy software for, but he has to figure out how it's done because the way you're supposed to do it, long story short, it's not working right now. So I'm gonna try and put in some due dates for my other classes and just chill for a little bit. Like I said, I will be here for like another 2 hours because I would have been sitting on campus for 3 hours doing nothing. Once we get like actually into the semester and things start picking up and kicking off and I have assignments and stuff like that, I'll appreciate the 3-hour gap between my classes. But right now, there's not really anything I can do in the meantime. Yesterday was a little bit of a sad day in T-Town. First day back at school, okay? Fun and dandy. But Nick Saban announced that he is retiring. And so many people, like, some of the students really went all out. They went to where his statue is on campus and put oatmeal cream pies, flowers, Coke, Dr. Pepper on it. And I was like, y'all are acting like this man passed away. He's just retiring. And you also gotta think, Nick Saban is 72. Would y'all wanna be a football coach up until you're 72? No. Today, I only have 2 classes. I was supposed to have 3, but one of my professors canceled the class yesterday due to personal reasons. I was like, girl, you ain't gotta explain nothing to me. Trust me, I will not be there. So I have my cyber criminology class from 9:30 to 10:45. Hopefully it's just a syllabus day and we won't actually have to do anything. And then after that, my next class, again, isn't until 1 o'clock, which is my math class, because I'm taking another math. I already said this before. I have to take a math class pretty much every single semester that I'm here. Or every single semester up until the point in which I graduate, which is really annoying. Like this summer, I'm taking math. I'm taking Calculus 2, which I could have taken that right now, because it would have made sense to take Calculus 1 and then Calculus 2 right after. But I want to take that at a community college, and I would have had to get the transfer credit and da-da-da-da. I'd rather just take it over the summer. It'd also only be like 8 weeks versus 16 weeks, which I'm perfectly fine with. We'll move at a faster pace, but it'll be all online, so I can get ahead if I need to. Class at 9:30. Oh, just kidding. My class is at 2 today. I thought it was at 1. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Still a 3-hour gap. On an average day, it would be less than that because I would have my geology class in the middle. I didn't put on Aquaphor last night. I put on a different lip product, and I feel like my lips look ashy this morning. I'm about to finish getting ready. I'm about to watch Chicago Med because I keep seeing like snippets of it on TikTok, and I started watching it before, but I didn't focus on it, so I'm gonna actually focus on it. And then I made my homemade chai because, like I said, 21 days of prayer and fasting, so we're making everything at home. Y'all really can't see me because if I put this up, I can't see, but that's besides the point. Anywho, I made it to class, or I made it on campus. It's 9:02. My first class is at 9:30, so I'm about to head that way in a minute. I gotta get Scarlett all situated, gotta put on my gloves. I do a whole lot before I go to class. Like, I obviously open up my trunk, I get Scarlett opened up, yada, yada, yada. I put my headphones on, got my music going, put on my gloves, and then I start going. And the reason why I don't vlog when I'm on Scarlett is because it's either me or the scooter that is gonna survive. And I would like to survive with both, therefore I don't record whenever I'm riding my scooter. But I love her. Got her on Amazon. She was like $350, something like that. So definitely worth the investment. I have a sit-down scooter. Most people on campus that I see have a stand-up one. I'm assuming the stand-up one goes faster because like not all your weight is on the back tire. I don't know, I could be wrong. It's 10:21 and I'm already out of my first class, and my next one isn't until 2 o'clock. Listen, I know I'm not the smartest human being on this earth, and I never claimed to be. However, I did think that I could figure out where a bookstore is, so I thought a bookstore, or I thought a soup store sold books. They don't. It's literally just clothing. And I'm like, okay, so the first one that I went to, I figured out was just clothing. And I was like, let me just put in bookstore on my phone. Like that, foolproof, right? I'll be able to get to the bookstore, no problem. So I go to the bookstore, I pull up, I park, I'm going, I'm like, hey, I'm looking for this book. And they're like, oh, We're not a bookstore anymore. We haven't sold books in years. So why are you advertising yourself as a bookstore? I'm confused. And they're like, you have to go to the one in the student center, which I figured that's where it was. But I also thought that there was more than one. I'm about to do my favorite thing to do whenever it's a new semester, which is input all of my due dates into my Google Calendar. I got my syllabus for my other classes, so I'm just about to go in and input all of that stuff. So I'll kind of do like a little montage and show y'all basically how I do what I do for my classes.
Killed my ex, I still love you. Rather be more than alone.
Girls love Beyonce, girls love to fuck with your conscience. Girls hate when niggas go missing. It's chalky, you ain't no different. These days it's hard to meet women. Before they commitment. That's why I'm in this position. I'm scared to let somebody in. No new friends, no. You know how this shit go. You got your fair share, but call you up and call your phone. You try to act like it's just me, but I've been not alone. But if you're alone, then it's something, it's something. No one is around you. Say, baby, I love you, but you ain't rocking, girl. Say my name, you like to cap the state of it. Baby, you are the second. Say my name, say my name, say my name. Say my name, no one is around you. Yeah. Say my name, say my name. Those other men are practice. This ain't no time for acting. This ain't no time for games. This ain't no time for uncertainty. This ain't no time for locking your phone and not coming home and start some shit. When I'm in the zone, this is what I've been saying. No new friends, no. You know how this shit go. This is not 4 years ago. Time escapes me now. Forget how it felt when this shit moves slow. I come through in whips that make the young boy take the long way home. All my young boys round me scream, get money and fuck these hoes. Where we learn these values, I know what to tell you. I'm just trying to find a reason not to go out every evening. I need someone that will help